Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Julie Nelson. Minneapolis police are actively looking for suspects tonight after a 14-year-old boy was shot and killed right in front of the Federal Reserve in downtown Minneapolis. Shots were heard around 9 o'clock last night near the intersection of First and Hennepin. Police say a group of teens had gathered there when a fight broke out. Our Lou Raguse is there with an update. Lou?
Julie, this neighborhood is in a bustling section of downtown. So much foot traffic with the Hennepin Avenue Bridge right here. A lot of really nice apartments and condos, lots of people living here. And the shooting last night taking place right on the steps leading up to the Federal Reserve Bank. There should be nothing typical about a 14-year-old murdered in the streets. But what played out Monday night, before the sun even set, MPD Chief Brian O'Hara says is sadly becoming more typical in teenage fights when they have access to guns.
So instead of settling a fight with fists and that kind of thing, this has now turned deadly, taking away a life of a teenager.
This is the immediate aftermath outside the Federal Reserve Building where the shooting took place. Chief O'Hara says two groups of teens, about a dozen total, were gathered on each side of the street. He says surveillance video shows the two groups begin fighting. Then a punch is thrown before someone pulls out a gun and fires 2 or 3 shots.
Whenever there's children or young people involved, it's that much more difficult. Teenagers and younger that have access to guns. This is the result of that.
O'Hara says the victim had experienced gun violence before.
This victim was known to police, and it's not the first time he was a victim of a shooting.
When addressing reporters, O'Hara acknowledged the past week in Minneapolis has been very violent. That after officials pointed out the progress they've made reducing gun violence in the city to pre-pandemic levels. O'Hara says he's still hopeful this recent spike is just a blip.
This has been a bad week, but I do believe, just from what everyone in the community has told me, that they believe things have turned around.
Now, Minneapolis police have not announced any arrests in this latest shooting, although Chief O'Hara sounded extremely confident based on the age and the sheer number of eyewitnesses that they're able to interview. And it's also worth noting that he said they don't believe this shooting is connected in any way to any of the other shootings that took place over the last week. Back to you.
And Lou, I don't know if you know this, but I know the shootings with that Native American allegedly gang that just occurred a few days ago. Do they think this might be gang related too, or just teenagers getting in a fight and a gun comes out?
Well, Chief O'Hara hasn't specified whether he believes this is a gang-connected crime. The way that he really characterized it is that everything about it was typical as far as teenage boys getting into a fight, with the key difference being today, those fights are often ended with gunfire.
Oh, so sad. Thank you, Lou.